Hello YouTube. I thought I'd make another little small how-to video. I do like these little close-up videos. I put this up because when it shot it leaked. So I figured I was going to have to put O-rings in it. The auto parts store I bought it guaranteed me they have the O-rings to rebuild it. I'd never had it apart before. Okay, this is what I did. I got it out, it's been laying around, and there's some corrosion on the threads. We're not going to worry about that. See down in there, okay, see where you see the kind of the brass colored ring? That's where this seat, probably see it better without the light. That's where this seat, just like a valve seat. I'm on telemacro on the camera here. Okay, plus this O-ring seals. Well, this O-ring was a lot smaller than this last night. This is what I did. I took this apart, I scrubbed it with soap and water, crammed an old toothbrush down there. I have an electric one, which works great for scrubbing stuff. And I sprayed it with heavy-duty silicone spray. Not to show a brand name, but it's heavy-duty silicone spray. It's good for rubber, okay? That's what I sprayed it with. Well, this morning it swelled up a little bit. They used to have a trick of putting rubbing alcohol on rubber would swell it up. In the old days, working on master cylinders on cars and stuff, but it will deteriorate it. So we put the silicone on there, and when we put that in there now, it has a way better seal. I mean, it was an instant fix. This part is what goes in here, comes out here. Okay, we'll show that little seat in there again. That first step past the hole, it angles down. See that hole back there? There's your seat, just like a valve seat. Down in there is where the pin continues going. And that other spot is where the air flows through. You'll see just below that, the hole that goes this way through the air gun. Which I can't get a light to shine through there. If I had this fitting out, I probably could. How the air goes in and goes down. Well, I'm wrong. Yeah, the air goes down and goes that way. So there's your air coming in. But that's that cavity in there. So scrub that clean. Don't use any sandpaper. You could use some like 4/0 steel wool and put in there if you flushed it out real good. That's all I did. Is I put that in there. It swelled that O-ring up. And I did the same thing with this O-ring. Now this O-ring was all dried looking, compressed. I sprayed it, let it set, and it is also a little bit bigger. And just as simple as putting it back together. I just used a crescent wrench to tighten this up. I use a lot of compressed air on my lathe. I know you can blow stuff in where you don't want to. By blowing it, but I use low air pressure, not no 100 pounds. Simple as that. I know this could be elementary for some people, but I have a bag of stuff from over the years of different things in. This is that type that has the hole in it. One's there up your basketball. Do not ask me what this fit. It's a lot different thread size. I have two of these tips. The big one, I like this one better. I found this one too. I was rooting through all my junk. I like this one better. But as far as the lathe, I like this. This is just a long, skinny tube. Let's see if we can get it back here. There we go. And wear gloves. Do not get this silicone spray in your hands. It's boring on there. Don't let that stuff soak in your hands. Just like brake fluid. Don't let that stuff get in your skin. It's going to kill you years later. I always put a nice wad of Teflon tape on my stuff, so if I want to switch, it's still going to be there. And I have a regulator on my compressor, or get one online in your airline in here, get one here, so you can have small pressure. Don't be blowing stuff at 100 psi and knock stuff across the shop. But we'll pause here and we'll put the airline on here. We'll air up the tank. We'll shut the compressor off so it don't kick and make any noise. That way we can show you that it does not leak anymore. Okay, we got the airline hooked up. Let me turn my spanner down back there. It's a nice day. It's only supposed to hit about 80. First day of fall here. Slight breeze to the south. It's going to kick up to about 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts tomorrow, trying to bring a rainstorm in for Tuesday, but no leak. It ain't leaked. I just gave up, threw it on the shelf. And that was almost a year ago and just grabbed another one. I just happened to find it, throw it off in a box of stuff. Can of stuff one day. And I'm going to take this apart. I'm going to take this apart someday and go get some O-rings for it. But it's kind of cobbled here because this, believe it or not, is off a carpet cleaning machine. I cannot tell you the brand name. This is the part that hooked to your kitchen sink that brought water down. It's like a shop vac with the water attachment. And I have put 150 PSI through this stuff. And it is so flexible that it's great around the shop. I got it cobbled here. I have a hose clamp on here. And that's why there's so much electrical tape around it. So you don't cut yourself on it. So I don't care what it looks like. I care what it works like. But under here there's a hose clamp in there. But no more leak. So, that's my tip of the day. One of these acts up, take it apart. Most of them are similar. I've had several designs. You take apart, you're going to find O-rings there. You're going to find that little angled seat in there. I got to put a new coupler on here. Do you hear how that kept going? Done. Job done. But I like this better than the other one. It's a little bit smaller. But enough of that. Little how-to video. Plus, little tip. You find this stuff, don't throw it away. You have to heat up the heat gun to get it over the bar of the fitting. But if you find this laying in on a junk day, don't pass this stuff up. Just take your knife and chop it off the machine, leave the rest of the junk. But because it's like a shop vac, but it's not a shop vac. You can't suck dirt up with it. It's made to suck up the dirt and the water mixture. So, thanks for watching.